In a world of legend and betrayal, one woman's journey from anonymity to a mythic hero changed the course of a nation. Her story is one of impossible strength, heartbreaking vulnerability, and a redemption forged in fire. This is a complete walkthrough and uninterrupted breakdown of the epic movie LABAKE OLODODO. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are undertaking a monumental task, a complete 2-hour journey through every single major event in the movie LABAKE OLODODO. This is the ultimate spoiler-heavy guide, so if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it and then come right back. We'll be dissecting every key scene, every turning point, and every character's journey. Let's start from the very beginning. The movie opens in the pastoral village of Arolu. The first 15 minutes are dedicated to establishing this world. The rhythm of daily life, the farmers in their fields, the children playing, the market women bartering. It's a peaceful existence, but the oppressive weight of Chief Ajanaku's rule hangs over them like a permanent storm cloud. He isn't just a tyrant, he's a presence, and his enforcers, known as the Fangs, are a constant, menacing reminder of his power. Our protagonist, LABAKE, is introduced not as a hero, but as a sister and a daughter. She is with her younger brother, Emeka, and her aging father. The family's poverty is a key part of her character. Her father tries to reason with Ajanaku's enforcers. He is publicly humiliated, and Emeka is taken. This is not just a moment of injustice. It's a personal violation that shatters her family's sense of security. This is where LABAKE's journey truly begins. A deliberate, patient montage of her secret training begins. She is in solitude, learning from an old sage named Baba Ikoyi. He doesn't teach her to fight like a soldier. He teaches her to fight like the wind, to use her body's own energy, and to connect with the spirit of the land. The film spends a good amount of time on these training sequences, building the legitimacy of her power. Her first major act is a masterpiece of cinematic tension. She dons a mask and strikes at night. The scene is masterfully shot in shadows, focusing on her silhouette as she moves with impossible speed and grace. She infiltrates Ajanaku's camp, a bustling hub of chaos and brutality. She doesn't just free her brother, she frees all the captured villagers, creating a massive distraction that allows them to escape. It's in this moment that she earns the title Age, or the Witch, from the guards who witnessed her impossible feats. The film then transitions to her revealing herself to the elders. This is a dramatic scene with dialogue that establishes the core conflict. The elders are hesitant, traditional men who are wary of a woman taking up arms. LABAKE's impassioned speech, detailing the suffering of her people, convinces them. The scene where she's officially named Olododo is full of ceremony, solidifying her new role as a spiritual and military leader. The next phase of the film focuses on her reign as Olododo. She trains the village, transforming them from a group of terrified villagers into a disciplined force. There are several smaller skirmishes with Ajanaku's forces, each one showing her growing tactical genius. She's not just a brute force warrior, she's a commander. This is where the antagonist, Deli, enters the story. His introduction is subtle. He is captured by LABAKE's forces, and the film dedicates a significant amount of time to his manipulation. He charms the villagers, talks to the children, and even offers strategic advice that seems to genuinely help. He is portrayed not as a sneering villain, but as a charismatic, wounded soul. This makes LABAKE's eventual fall so much more believable. The romance between LABAKE and Deli is a major, deliberate plot point. The film dedicates multiple scenes to their growing closeness. They share a scene by a waterfall where Deli talks about the loneliness of power, a conversation that deeply resonates with LABAKE. He makes her feel seen, not just as a warrior, but as a woman. This is a crucial detail that makes her trust in him believable. In this quiet, intimate setting, she makes the tragic mistake of revealing her secret to him. the source of her power being tied to her staff and a sacred ritual. The film builds to a massive battle sequence. Ajanaku, tired of the skirmishes, sends his full force. The battle is a spectacle of choreography, sound design, and cinematography. LABAKE is at the peak of her power, leading her people to a seemingly impossible victory. But it comes at a cost. She is physically and spiritually drained. This is the climax of the first half of the film. As she retreats to perform her sacred ritual, Deli appears. The betrayal scene is a masterclass in slow, agonizing revelation. His smile turns from charming to cruel as he takes her staff. The film spends time on the moment of her realization. The look of shock, the tears, the profound sadness. He doesn't just defeat her, he breaks her. This is not a physical loss, it's a spiritual one. The scene lingers on her face as she is captured, showing the full weight of her emotional and physical collapse. LABAKE is held captive in Ajanaku's fortress. The once mighty warrior is now a prisoner, stripped of her dignity and her strength. She endures torment and humiliation. Ajanaku parades her around, showing his people that the mythic Olododo is just a woman. The film dedicates time to showing her psychological struggle, the internal battle between her despair and her will to survive. A critical character is introduced here, an elderly servant in Ajanaku's fortress, a kind, silent woman who shows LABAKE small acts of kindness. She is a symbol of hope. This character's story is given a brief but impactful flashback, showing how she, too, was a victim of Ajanaku's cruelty. She gives LABAKE small tools and knowledge of the fortress layout, fueling her plan for escape. We see LABAKE's slow, painful process of regaining her strength. It is not an instant recovery. It is a gradual, difficult journey. She practices her martial arts in secret, using the little strength she has. The film shows her fighting with a new ferocity, one born not of righteousness, but of a burning need for justice and redemption. The escape is a highly choreographed sequence. It's about cleverness and brutal, close-quarters combat. She is wounded, but she pushes through. The scene is punctuated by her silent, grim determination. The most emotional part of the escape is a brief glance back at the elderly servant, a silent thank you for the hope she provided. Her return to the village is a moment of profound anticlimax. The people are wary. They've been broken by her defeat. They're no longer the disciplined fighters she once led. They're a community of survivors. It is in this moment that her younger brother, Emeka, steps up. He delivers a powerful, heartfelt speech, not about her power, but about her sacrifice. He reminds the people of their own pride and resilience. This scene serves as the true reanointment of LABAKE, not as a mythical hero, but as a human leader who understands loss. The final assault on Ajanaku's fortress is methodical and strategic. This isn't a chaotic brawl, it's a planned siege. The film dedicates time to showing the villagers using their knowledge of the land and their new training to their advantage. We see the unity of the community in a way we haven't before. The first major climax is the fight with Ajanaku. The fight is not a simple slugfest, it's a clash of ideologies. Ajanaku fights with brute force and arrogance, while LABAKE fights with precision and purpose. The fight is physically intense, but the most powerful part is her final move, a disarming maneuver that brings him to his knees, not dead, but defeated. It shows that she is not a murderer, but a bringer of justice. The true, final climax is the confrontation with Deli. It's not a fight, but a dialogue. The scene is quiet, tense. Deli tries to justify his actions with a speech about ambition and the nature of power. LABAKE's response is short but devastating. She doesn't yell. She simply speaks of the cost of his actions, the lives lost, and the trust he destroyed. She walks away, leaving him standing there in the ruins of his ambition, facing the empty consequences of his greed. The film's final moments are about healing. The villagers are seen rebuilding, but this time, the look on their faces is one of genuine peace, not just relief. LABAKE is seen in a quiet, pastoral setting, no longer wearing her armor, but in simple clothes. She's helping her father in the fields. The film ends in a shot of her and her brother walking together, a full-circle moment that shows she has returned to who she was, but with the wisdom of a hero. And that, my friends, is the complete story of LABAKE Olododó, a journey that is both grand in its scope and deeply personal in its heart. What did you think? Did the film's second act of betrayal make its final redemption more powerful for you? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. We'll see you in the next one.